So welcome to the second annual Bilingual Financial Literacy Symposium for the City of Hartford. My name is Naira Martinez, for those of you who don't know me, and this is my co-host, William Newton, who will be doing all of your Spanish translations here in the podium for us. As your MC, I will guide you through this program. But before we begin, I would like to take a moment to honor two remarkable women whose leadership and dedication made this event possible for all of you guys.
Buenos días. Ahora sí estamos hablando, ¿verdad que sí? Mi nombre es William Newton, es un honor para mí estar aquí con ustedes en este segundo simposio. Y tuve el honor de estar en el primero, en el 2023, así que veo que ha crecido y está mucho mejor. Así que gracias a ustedes todos por estar aquí. Antes de comenzar, queremos reconocer a dos mujeres extraordinarias cuya dedicación y liderazgo hicieron este evento posible.
I guess the key was to scream, so I am going to raise my voice as well. So the two women who made this event possible is City Treasurer Carmen Sierra, who is standing at my right. And the second woman who made this possible is Superintendent Dr. Leslie Rodriguez Torres, which I don't know where she's at. Oh, there she is. I want to take a moment to express our most deepest gratitude to Liberty Bank, one of our title sponsors, and Eagle Capital Management, for your unwavering commitment to financial access and community advancement. To our incredible planning committee that made this possible, thank you for your hard work behind the scenes. To all the volunteers and ambassadors, we see you and we thank you. To our vendors and exhibitors showcasing services and solutions, thank you for being part of this big day for us. And finally, to our young attendees, showcasing our youth, thank you for taking the first steps on your journey to financial literacy. You are the future, and your presence today matters.
Y tenemos como organizadoras a Carmen Sierra, la tesorera de la ciudad. Un aplauso bien fuerte para Carmen. Y a la doctora Leslie Torres Rodríguez, superintendente de las escuelas públicas de Hartford. También agradecemos profundamente a Liberty Bank, nuestro patrocinador principal, por su compromiso con la equidad financiera y el empoderamiento comunitario. Liberty, where are you? A nuestro increíble comité de planificación, FND, gracias por su arduo trabajo detrás de la escena. A nuestros voluntarios y embajadores, los vemos y les agradecemos. A nuestros vendedores, expositores que presentan servicios y soluciones, gracias por ser parte de este día. Y finalmente a nuestros jóvenes. ¿Dónde están nuestros jóvenes? ¡Hey! Por su asistencia, gracias por dar el primer paso en su viaje hacia la alfabetación. ¿Cómo se dice? Oh, gracias. Financiera. Ustedes son el futuro y su presencia hoy es significativa.
All right, well, it is my honor to introduce a woman whose career, character, and community leadership speaks volumes. It's kind of hard doing this with a broken hand. I am proud to introduce Dinora Lopez. She is the Senior Vice President and Associated General Counsel at Liberty Bank. She began her legal journey as a paralegal and rose to the role of partner before transitioning into corporate leadership. She holds degrees from Capital Community College, here in our city, the University of Hartford, and she earned her doctorate from UConn Law School. She also serves as the president of Crew Connecticut chapter, chair of the Capital Community College Foundation, and board member of CADIC. Please join me in welcoming Dinora Lopez, who will now introduce her speech and also our city treasurer.
Ahora es un honor presentar a una mujer cuya carrera y carácter y liderazgo comunitario hablan por sí mismo. Dionora López es vicepresidenta senior y consejera general asociada del Liberty Bank. Comenzó su carrera legal como asistente legal y ascendió al puesto de socia antes de pasar al liderazgo corporativo. Posee un título del Capital Community College, la Universidad de Hartford, summa cum laude, y obtuvo un doctorado en Derechos de la Facultad de Derechos de la Universidad de Connecticut. Dionora sirve como presidenta del capítulo Crew, Connecticut, presidenta de la fundación del Capital Community College y miembro de la junta de directiva de CADIC. Por favor, den la bienvenida a Dionora López, quien ahora presentará a nuestra tesorera de la ciudad, Carmen Sierra.
It is wonderful to see this as a packed house. I was here for the first symposium, and I want to say you guys are showing off today. So thank you so much for being here. Liberty Bank, we just celebrated our 200th anniversary on May 4th, making us the 5th oldest bank in all of the United States of America. It's a remarkable thing that we've done, and what we are doing this year in 2025 is we are giving back to our communities in big and small ways all over Connecticut and Western Mass. Supporting this bilingual financial symposium is one of those ways that we are giving back. You will see that Liberty has showed up today. There's Liberty representatives all over this room. And we are honored to say that we have partnered with the city of Hartford, particularly through our partnership with Treasurer Sierra. So let me tell you a little bit about Treasurer Sierra. Treasurer Sierra's journey from Hartford neighborhoods to the helm of the city treasury is a testament to resilience, integrity, and community commitment. When you see Carmen, you see those three things. As Hartford's first Latina treasurer, not second, not third, first, she manages hundreds of $1 million of pension funds with unwavering dedication, ensuring transparency, and fiscal responsibility, which is what we want from all of our leaders in our community. She was born in Hartford, educated in Puerto Rico, and returned to her hometown to pursue higher education. Her career, it spans roles in federal and state agencies, nonprofits, private sector, culminating in nearly a decade of service in the Treasurer's office. Treasurer Sierra's leadership, it extends beyond financial stewardship. It extends to people like all of you in this room. She's an example, she's a leader, she's a propeller, she's an advocate. She's someone you want to know. Her commitment to inclusivity is evident in her efforts to diversify investments, managing within the Treasurer's office, and opening doors for underrepresented groups like many of us in this room, myself included. Treasurer Sierra embodies the spirit of public service, transforming personal experiences into initiatives that uplift the community. Her story inspires me and others to do better and to lead with purpose and compassion. So I want to thank you all for showing up today. We're here to give back to you because of leaders like Carmen in our community. And with that, I'd like to welcome Treasurer Carmen Sierra.
Muchas gracias. Wow. She's a leader of her own. Buenos dias. Good morning. So, wow, this is a full house. Congratulations to all of you. I want to start off by saying how this idea came about. I worked for Treasurer Claw, which many of you know, for the past 12 years. And we talked a lot about the importance of financial literacy. And as a former teacher myself, not at a high school, Hartford High School, but as a former teacher at Montessori, I have a passion when it comes to teaching and bringing information education to the community. So although we were extremely busy, because our office is extremely busy, Commissioner Godfrey knows that, who's here with us, we left it on the side. But Adam said, Carmen, when you become treasurer, if we can't do it now, make sure it happens. Make it happen. Those are his words. And the idea never died. And here we are again, together, celebrating and enjoying this important bilingual financial literacy symposium. Thank you, Treasurer Cloud. You're part of this success. He's not here today. As you know, many of you who knows him, his daughter graduated from college. So again, thank you. Number 2, why do we do this? As the treasurer, my mission is to empower the Hartford residents that are here by making financial education equitable, accessible, and actionable, like here today, for all of you. This is a lot of work, and I can never do this by myself. I have to call on the committee, the planning committee, starting with the chair of the committee, Shay E. Where are you? Please come real quickly. Real quickly. Our Hartford School Superintendent was my partner, Dr. Leslie Rodriguez. Liberty Bank, the community bank. Starting with the president, CEO, David Glidden. Boy, did he brought the whole team. Thank you, Fanita Borges. Thank you, Denota, of course. She's the second in command. I love that. Melissa Hurd, Dwayne Stallings, who's here with us today. Rashia, is she here? Yeah, took her away from us, but thank you anyway. Dante. And if I missed anyone from Liberty Bank, forgive me, but thank you for your leadership and commitment to the city and to the community. Hartford University, Hartford Parent University, Millie Arciniega, the president, who does serious recruitment to bring the parents to this financial symposium. The Children Museum, Deborah Vasquez. Deborah, thank you so much. Boya, Heather Pintino, and Gregory Miller are also instrumental as part of the committee. Thank you for your hard work. And of course, my staff. Where is my staff? That is, it's right here. Stephanie, where are you? Stephanie Rodriguez. Venice, thank you so much. Chelsea, who couldn't be with us today, thank you. It's the Custody Fund who worked extremely hard with Shay to put this event together. And I want to thank him because it's not easy to put this event as it is. That's the why, the collaboration. And then it's interesting to hear the great news of a young man who came on a bike from New Britain to this event. Is he here somewhere? That's commitment. I think he should get $200, but anyway. Thank you very much for that. And then the workshops. This is an amazing workshop. We have new ones this year. And I just want to quickly just thank the presenter, starting with Margaret Foley from Walter Scott Partners. Margaret, strong leader and partner of the MRF with our office, an exceptional woman and a model and a role model for us. And of course, Rashia, who I met when she started her first class with us in 2023 in the Jumpstart Your Money. And now she's the loan officer for Liberty Bank. Unbelievable. That's what he's talking about, opportunities. Building your credit. with Steve and Robert. That was the class that was high in demand. No one wanted to leave, including my aunt. They had too many questions. It was amazing. That's why we brought them back. Thank you. We have a new class this time called Debt Detox. It's not body detox. It's about debt. Tanu, she's here, right? She got here? She is a remarkable lady. She did a workshop with the Latinas in Power on Thursday. Amazing workshop. And she's from New York. She also wrote a curriculum on financial literacy from kindergarten to high school, which is amazing, hands-on. That's what we need for our kids, hands-on activity. Thank you for doing that. We do have some of those books. And of course, the new workshop on Academy for Small Business, Glenn Davis and Stephen Taylor. Thank you for being here. This is also an important workshop. My parents and family who had Comedia restaurants since 1978, we understood, it's closed now, but we understood how important it is in the economy to be able to offer, even if it's a small job to someone, but we're building economy here, economics in Hartford. And on top of that, we also serve the community. Though the food that was left, it was a lot of food, we never threw it away. We gave it to the homeless or other individuals, which is important. So that partnership that we did with Hartford hospitals and the communities and the newspapers, you know, my dad became so famous, I thought he was gonna run for office, but he didn't. But he was well known, you know who he is. So thank you for this one. Home ownership prep, boy, Dantes, you're becoming more famous than me. Where are you? Dantes does a great job in helping individuals to get a mortgage. He's very patient, very clear, and provides some serious good information. Thank you for helping a lot of individuals that I know that they couldn't at the beginning, but they did after you helped them out, and now they have their homes. That's what we're talking about, that patient and that commitment. The exhibitors, why you play such a critical role. You provide services that we so much need. And just having that one-on-one contact today with each one of us and providing them with the information in your contact, it's gonna make the individual's life better. So thank you so much. And then of course, my commissioners. I cannot do this job without the support and partnership of our commissioner. There's a lot to learn and a lot to build, and I know that. But the commissioners also support the financial literacy, and one of them is here with us, Commissioner Godfrey, who's the co-founder of Godfrey and Sunbridge Wealth Management. He has a story to tell as well. He's a motivational speaker, and he will share some good information with you. Thank you for taking the time and to bring your, where is he? Cute son, Rafael, right? Rafael? I can say Rafael. Thank you for coming. And of course, we have Chairman Gene Goldman and Commissioner Sean Wooden. He used to be the former treasurer of the state of Connecticut. Many of you know his background, amazing. And then Nick Turquilia, who is a detective in the Hartford Police Department, been with us since 2014. He is a representative of all the employees of the city of Hartford. So then I really want to give a special thank you, again, for Liberty Bank for being the sponsor, the gold sponsor. The gold means a lot of money. And Eagle as well. And then friend sponsor, MB Global Partners, and then our patron sponsors, all of them that you see on the brochure, which I'm sure they're going to read who they are, and I want to thank them from the bottom of my heart for committing to this important symposium, and at the last minute, they came through. When you believe in something, and you know that you can work together and make a difference, nothing is impossible. So I want to thank all of our partners. And, of course, Liberty Bank again. Nice page. Muchísimas gracias I do also want to thank the volunteers. Without the volunteers, we will not be here. And the food that we are about to receive later on. Muchas gracias.
Well, let's give another round of applause to Treasurer Sierra for those amazing words. And let's get ready to introduce another powerhouse. It is with great pride and even a greater sense of gratitude that I now introduce a fellow Hartford Public High School graduate, a woman who walked the same hallways as I did, and today leads thousands of students in our city of Hartford. Dr. Leslie Torres Rodriguez, Superintendent of the Hartford Public Schools, is a bilingual and lifelong advocate for educational equity. She knows the challenges of navigating financial systems as young translators for her family. And today, she works to empower our youth with skills to succeed in every language and every part of their life. It is my honor as your fellow alumna and sister in this work to welcome Dr. Leslie Torres Rodriguez.
La doctora Leslie Torres Rodríguez es la superintendente de la Escuela Pública de Hartford. Es una líder bilingüe y defensora de la equidad educativa. Ella comprende los desafíos de navegar por el sistema financiero como traductora joven para su propia familia. Y hoy trabaja para empoderar a nuestra juventud con las habilidades para tener éxito en todos los aspectos de la vida. Es un honor nuevamente para mí presentar y darle la bienvenida a la doctora Leslie Torres Rodríguez.
Buen día. I was told I cannot speak in Spanish because we have translators. It is my pleasure to welcome everyone to one of our schools, Sports Medical Science Academy and Hartford Public Schools, to this bilingual financial literacy symposium. So as superintendent, I want to begin not only by thanking you for taking time to be here today. Yes, to the sponsors, thank you. To the volunteers, but specifically to our families. For those of you that know, every time I have an opportunity to educate beyond the classroom, know that I will push for that. And so just want to say thank you to our families and our caregivers for being here. Your presence, I think, is a powerful reminder for all of us that learning just doesn't happen in classrooms. Learning happens in public libraries. Learning happens in the living room, in the kitchen, and learning happens in community events like this one. And I want to thank, again, everyone for your dedication, for imparting your knowledge into our families. I think today is also about, and I've heard it from our speakers, it's about equity. It's about access. And it's also about economic empowerment. I don't believe that financial literacy is just about dollars and cents. I actually believe that it's about building agency for families, for individuals to have choice so that you can determine your future and the stability of your family. That's what I believe financial literacy is about. And it's about building generational wealth, right? Building not just for today, but for those that come after us. And so today you will be equipped with tools, information to make informed decisions to strengthen not just your family, but those of your children and generations to come. As a school district, I am deeply, deeply committed to making sure that we educate the whole child. So today, Treasurer Sierra, Liberty Bank, everyone else, we are also saying that we're educating the whole family. To our students that are here, we gave a lot of love to people, but guess what? I'm gonna shout out our students. We have over 20 students from Buckley High, Weaver High, and Hartford Public High School. And the majority of them are actually leaders in their school communities. They are members of my Superintendent Student Advisory Council. And that's not a fancy name. The students are actually part of decision making, especially as it relates to our budget. It's been the Student Advisory Council that has made recommendations to our board and that our board has accepted over the years to have more counselors in our schools, to have enrichment and athletic opportunities. Our students are driving major decisions relative to resource and financial equity in our schools. So they're just not here just to be, they're here to learn and to lead. So thank you for creating space for them to do that. And lastly, I want to thank our team at Hartford Public Schools in our Office of Engagement and Fund Development, Janelle, Alejandro, Vivian, and all the other team members for also supporting and showing up on a weekend. Today is about shared commitment, equity, access, and economic development. So I am so proud to welcome you to this space and to be a partner in your learning today. Thank you so much.
Let's give another round of applause to Dr. Leslie Torres. And a bigger round of applause to all of our students. Next, I'm going to have the pleasure of welcoming. Carmen actually took a little bit of time to speak about him, but I'm going to say just a few more words about him. Please join me in welcoming a man who brings both professional excellence and community commitment to this room today. Commissioner Joshua Godfrey serves Hartford's pension and is a co-founder at Godfrey and Sumber Wealth Management, which we heard earlier. He is a certified planner, a husband, father of 4, and trusted advisor. Commissioner Godfrey helps individuals build financial confidence to planning and clarity. Today, he joins us as a motivational speaker to inspire all of us to take charge of our own financial solutions in our future. Welcome, Commissioner.
Por favor, únanse a mí para darle la bienvenida a un hombre que aporta excelencia profesional y compromiso comunitario al escenario. El comisionado Joshua Godfrey sirve en la Comisión de Pensiones de Hartford. Es cofundador de Godfrey and Sumber Wealth Management, donde gestiona más de 1.5 millones de activos. Como planificador financiero certificado, esposo, padre de 4 hijos y asesor de confianza, el comisionado ayuda a las personas a construir confianza financiera a través de la planificación y claridad. Hoy se une con nosotros como orador motivacional para inspirarnos a todos a tomar el control de nuestro futuro financiero. Démosle la bienvenida al comisionado.
Thank you very much. So first off, I was fortunate enough to be here last year, and it's just so wonderful to see so many people here, although unfortunately the weather's about the same as it was last year, right? It was a rainy, yucky day. So this is fantastic. I was given the opportunity to speak a little bit about motivation, about money. And I thought, there's certain things you need to be motivated about. Waking up early on the weekend and all sorts of other things. Most of us don't need to be that motivated about money. So I wanted to share a story with you. You know, there's some things, as Dr. Rodriguez had talked about, Torres Rodriguez had spoken about earlier, that are taught in school, and some things that are taught in communities. But some of the best lessons I learned in my life were taught in my home. Lessons about kindness, lessons about hard work, and lessons about money. And those are things that we can try to have taught other places, but really some of this comes upon us as parents, as caregivers. And I thought to myself, you know, every one of us faces financial adversity in our life, don't we? Right? Either personally we faced it or we've seen it in our parents. And so this is something that we've seen around us. And I thought about it, like, how many times have parents talked to us about what we need to do about money? You know, it's one of those things, right? There's certain things that nobody wants to talk about as a parent, right? Like, you don't want to have that conversation with teenage kids about, you know, about touchy subjects like drugs or sex or things like that. But why is money in that same conversation? Nobody talks about money with their parents, right? And money and investing are incredibly important for all of us, especially as we think about how we help the next generation. So I want to just share a little bit of a story about my family. So my grandfather came to America in 1938. He grew up in Europe in the midst of the Depression, and he used to tell us stories when we would go visit him down in Bridgeport, Connecticut. He would tell us stories about when he was a teenager. He had to search through trash in order to find something to eat. And when you're a 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old kid, and these are the stories you hear from your grandfather, the same person who went bankrupt twice in a small business, because it's hard, right? This isn't easy. It's hard. And it's something today where the treasurers brought all these wonderful experts. And I don't know if you're all the same as I am, but sometimes one of the other hard things is to raise your hand and ask a question when you don't feel smart. Have any of you been there? We have these amazing experts today. I mean, as Treasurer Sarah said, I brought my son, right, who's in the corner, who probably doesn't want me to call him out. But fortunately, somebody else did that for me. But nobody wants to be that person asking those questions. Please, today, take the opportunity to ask the questions. Stop afterwards and ask additional questions. Ask everything you need, but don't stop there. Ask questions for your kids. Ask questions that you can bring home so you can help them understand a little bit more today and every day thereafter. Because money is one of those things that's intergenerational. Wherever we all are now, we can make it better for the next generation, even if we can't help ourselves. And today is a great place to start. So thanks so much. I'm real excited for today. Thank you for having me here. And let's get started.
Like 30, 40 years in the workforce, right? So you don't want to put that money necessarily all in a bank account. You want to put it into something that's more likely to grow over time. So that's what we're going to talk about. When you're making decisions about investing, so now we're going to focus on investing. There's really 3 main things that you need to take into consideration.
The W-2 is going to let me know if there's been switches, you know, if you had multiple employments within the last 2 years. So the W-2 should add up to what the tax return says the total income is. The reason why they're looking for the 3 years tax return is because to be considered a first-time home buyer, you shouldn't have owned property within the last 3 years.
You really want to always have a relationship with your banker. Even when, if you don't have a need for a loan now, you really want to establish a relationship with your banker to get to know them. You know, the more you spend time with Stephen, the more Stephen understands your business. When it's time for you to request a loan, Stephen understands that. So even notwithstanding what you have on your paper, Stephen can be an advocate for you when he submits the application.
% of everything that we're talking about, whether it's budgeting, investing, starting your own business, growing your career, is about your mindset. If your mindset doesn't align with that, you're never gonna get there. If you don't believe that you can start investing at 16, 17, you're never gonna get there. If you don't believe that there's value in investing, you won't get there. So it starts with your mindset. So you're taking action and you're investing into those future goals. Again, it's not always money. Sometimes you have to start with the education.
So the first thing first we have to do is we have to balance it out so it is 0. Even if you may not be saving anything, the first thing is the incoming and the outgoing should be 0. It's negative, meaning it's going to the credit card, and that has to stop at step number 1.
Over 60 payments. So in total, you're paying $8,500. That's extra $5,000 you were giving to the bank simply because your credit isn't good. So we want to have the best credit possible by maintaining and doing everything we just discussed.
Ok, al concluir el día de hoy, quiero agradecerles a cada uno de ustedes por presentarse y por estar aquí, por ser ustedes mismos, por su familia, por su futuro. Este no fue solo un evento de educación financiera, fue una declaración de lo que es posible cuando tienes el acceso, la equidad y el empoderamiento bilingüe se encuentra con la preparación. Gracias a todos nuestros ponentes, nuestros vendedores, nuestros embajadores, nuestra juventud sobre todo, y nuestros patrocinadores. Y lo más importante, gracias a ustedes, nuestra comunidad, por acompañarnos en este viaje.
So guys, it's been a delight and a pleasure. But before I bring and hand over the microphone to Treasurer Sierra, as we bring this to a close, I want to thank you, each and every one of you guys, all of our sponsors, all of our exhibitors. I want to thank every one of you for showing up for yourselves, for your families, and for your future, okay? This wasn't just financial literacy. This was a declaration of what's possible when access, equity, and bilingual empowerment meets preparation. Thank you to all of our speakers, all of those who participated in the workshops, our vendors, all of our ambassadors, our young people in the corner. Round of applause for you guys again. And all of our sponsors again. And most importantly, thank you, each and one of you, our community, for taking this journey of financial literacy with us. And thank you for giving our city treasurer and our superintendent of the schools the opportunity to bring this forward to you guys. I'll leave this with you guys. It was nice meeting you all. And I'll pass it on to city treasurer.
Fue un placer como siempre estar con ustedes. Me despido como siempre, William Newton, esperando verlos la próxima vez. Carmen Sierra, nuestra tesorera, para el cierre.
Muchas gracias a ustedes. Como siempre. Very nice job. Right? Let's say yes again. Thank you, William. Nigel, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
They volunteered to do this with us, and I really appreciate it. Wow. I know you did the evaluation at the end of the workshop, and I only skimmed through it 2 minutes. But I didn't have to do it anymore because I received a lot of good feedback from many of you. And there's one particular young lady that says, can you do this for the whole day? I want to go to each one of those workshops. I say, okay, that's a great idea. So before we have, I'd like to have Shay Eve to do the closing. Forget about Carmen. Because Shay is the one that really organized this with our team. Rebecca Melly over there. Rebecca, thank you. Denise, Stephanie, Fanita, Borges, Fanita, thank you. Alejandro Martinez, thank you. Millie Arciniegas and Deborah Vasquez. And I also like to recognize and a special thank you to the volunteer. Naisha Lee, Alejandro again, Rahim Mama, Allison Chen, Benjamin Eve, Deborah Vasquez, Harry Ross, Jasmine Ortiz, Damaris Rivera, and Ida Claudio. Thank you so much, volunteers. This is Kari Ross. I want him to tell me what was a special day at my workshop for him. He was an intern in my office for how many years now? 2 years. He was short then. And in those 2 years, he was shy. But working with our office, there's no way you can stay shy, right, Curry? And now he's a junior at UConn. Today.
Hey everybody, how you doing? All right, so I'm just gonna give you like a little quote about what we were learning about budget basics. So honestly, I don't know if she's here in this room, but it was actually hosted by Rashia. I don't think she's here right now, but she's a great teacher for this kind of topic. And it's funny because before I actually went to college, I did do a project on financial literacy, which is hence why I even got to college, because that was my capstone. And doing that and working with one of my peers at work at the time, and with Finita at Liberty Bank, it was probably like the most life-changing experience ever, because investing, building your credit, debt detox, and all these other aspects, these are really important things. And this is like, everybody who's in high school, this is coming from somebody who graduated high school and who's like going into adulthood. This is real stuff, okay? This is actual real stuff. I'm sorry that I'm shaking because like, I'm shaking.
He's excited.
But this is real stuff, because like it's to a point where you can look at your paycheck and you have to think about all the possible things that you have to pay for and everything else like within this adulthood life. So it's good to have the opportunity to learn these type of things, especially when I was helping out kids in my school learn this type of stuff. It was definitely a perfect opportunity for people to go out there in the world and strive and do many things that they want to do with their careers or whatever they want to do. And it goes a long way in life. So and to have people who don't even have parents learning about this stuff and are now getting getting involved with this stuff and introduced is good. You could give this information to your parents. Everybody here is in the same position as everybody. So we're all learning together. Never be afraid to ask questions wherever you are, school or anywhere. Never be afraid to get yourself involved, just like how I am right here. We all took our Saturday morning just to be here, and we should all appreciate it. So, it's a really, really great honor to be here, and, much love to the Treasury.
Thank you. Wow, he's not shy anymore. See what happens?
He got taller and then he got braver.
Braver, yeah. So before I have Shay Eve come up to say the closing, because she really deserved to do this. Shay, when we started in 2023, I don't know how many meetings Shay called for everybody to come in, hundreds and hundreds of times people to come in order to organize. This time, there was hardly any meetings. There was a lot more of email communication, because she already had a structure, and she worked with the team of my office. So Shay is a workaholic. She believes in the work that we do and the mission of my office. And she is the chief administrative officer. But at the end of the day, Shay has more than that. She went to private school. She has management skills. I mean, she runs my office.
Hi everyone. Did everyone have an amazing time today?
Well, thank you so much. I want to take this opportunity to thank all of you. You took the first step. You showed up, you signed up, you showed up, and you were able to connect with experts, really, to get your questions answered. And I also wanted to thank Treasurer Sarah as well. So this has been one of those projects, symposiums, events that I have enjoyed working and leading the efforts on. As you know, one of the mission of our office is to improve the quality of life for Hartford residents, for retirees, their beneficiaries. One of the ways in which we do that is through education. Education is so very important to build knowledge, to be able to ask the right questions of experts. It's not so much experts coming in and sharing with you the knowledge that they have, but come hungry for, to get those answers. Come with the questions that will help you elevate your life. So those are very important, things relating to financial literacy. And I want to thank Treasurer Sierra. Thank you all for coming.